Hello and welcome Rose Tech Info. Hope you're having a wonderful day. In this video, telling about fluid design and how it is used on website. My deep dive. So before I start my video, please subscribe my channel. Fluid design and how it is used on website. My deep dive. If you're like and majority of pupils around the world and probably spend a lot of your time browsing website on smartphones, if you're a web designer, Fluid Designs offers one potential approaches for creating web experience that work on any device using one set of rules. Your site can seamlessly adapt for any device on screen resolutions. It's pretty cool and I am going to take your thoughts in this post. Learn how to redesign your website with this free guide. Below I explore the fluid web designs as a solutions for building a responsive website. You learn what fluid designs is, how it works, and how it sizes its up and other designs, so you can decide the best way to scale your web pages and implement inside them. Table of content. What is fluid web designs? Fluid grids in web designs. Fixed design versus fluid designs. Adaptive design versus fluid designs. Responsive design versus fluid designs. The benefits of fluid design. Example of fluid design. Why should you use fluid designs to try fluid design if they fit your projects? What is fluid web design? In fluid web design, in the widths of page elements are set proportional on the width of screen or browser window. A fluid website expands or contracts based on the width of the current viewport. Fluid designs help make a website more unstable across device types with varying screen dimensions. Let's imagine a website with three advanced elements using fluid layers. CSS used with a width set of 50% into smaller elements with the widths of 20% for this demonstration. High or important. Let's also put some margins between them. When displayed in a browser's window 1000 pixel wide, the website look like this. The width of each element in pixel is based on the 1000 px width of the viewport. When the shrink the browser window to just 600 px, a fluid design scale this element's proportionality. Fluid design ensures that a website always looks similar in layout regardless on a screen. A consistent layout benefits the user's experience while ensuring usability for as many visitors as possible. Your website must be okay when used by users is device of their own choosing, says Brent D.S. Hagens, a principal UX designers at Avaloq. While fluid designs does share some principles with other way of creating device agnostic web experience, it's important to note that fluid designs does not rely on a website. Instead, fluid layout CSS seamlessly adjusts the designs without taking into account any presence without breakpoints. I talk about what website breakpoints are the more details later in the post. Fluid grids in web designs. Fluid grids are a common implementations of the fluid designs approaches. A fluid grid breaks down the width of the page into several equally sized and spaced columns. Page content is the space according to these columns. When the viewports expand horizontally, each fluid column expands according to your fluid layout. CSS adjusts the content within the columns. Grid are the widespread layout for structuring page content is the digestible way and apply fluid's principle to grid in the way of making grid suitable of different screens. However, fluid design is not the only approach. Let's compare it with the three other common layout designs: fixed, adaptive, and responsive. Fixed designs versus fluid designs. Layout that follow a fixed design do not confirm that the viewport size, unlike there's a fluid design and fluid grids. Elements is a fixed layout or set the specific this pixel widths, and these widths do not change by device or screen size. Fixed designs are lost favor amongst designers for low stacks flexibility and users friendliness. Across devices is rarely is ever applied to any professional website designers now usually option for fluid adaptive and or responsive sites. Instead, it's almost always worth the effort to use fluid instead of fixed design. Basically, I don't think there any reason to ever use a fixed designs unless you are 100% certain the website will only be used on the specific screen size that you are designing. For adaptive design versus fluid design, adaptive web design is about creating interfaces that adapt to the user capabilities in terms of both forms and functions according to our own guidelines of founders of easy designs and authors of adaptive web designs. Fluid layouts help make a website, for instance, usable by the lack of tuned control of adaptive designs. In the adaptive approaches, designs create multiple separates with the layouts screen with the widgets, goals, budgets, cutters, the multiple specific service website might love a separate layout designed for a view shared desktop. Tablets and smartphones web designs achieves adaptive designs with media floaters and features of CSS that reflected properties of the user's devices and included screen dimensions and the media query reads the screen size and scene selected the best suited fixed layout. Fix the multiple fixed layout options. Various fluid designs may look the clunky on the average large or every screen. Adaptive designs let us make a more precise layout for a specific screen. The trade-off where the thought that adaptive designs take a much more time the more make than the fluid means is to think they make the difficult to implement for solo entrepreneurs for small businesses with the limited budgets. This can be a deep topic to feel to read more about it's one of our articles. Responsive design versus fluid designs. You might have the heard of terms responsive to describe any website adjust and layout for different devices. In this sense, both fluid and adaptive devices are technically responsive. However, I think that terminology becomes a bit confusing here. Responsive can also refer to a particular way to making this adjustment. Here, I will be discussing responsive designs in the later sense. Responsiveness designs layout in a single layout applied to a web page. The formats and redesigns elements based on the breakpoints. A breakpoint is a specific viewport with value in pixel that triggers a page change in the website layout. The breakpoints are the set in CSS in media queries. Unlike fluid designs, responsive website use breakpoints to rearrange of elements on a page instead of simply redesigning them. Therefore, a responsive layout might appear quite difference on a desktop versus a tablets versus a smartphones. For example, a common difference that I think most people I have noticed in the change is the primary navigation menu. Responsive website will typically use one type of navigation for desktop visitors and another used for mobile visitors. Take the responsive website for the clothing brands Cotton for example. It's a breakdown or set the 960px and 560px. Notice the effect of these breakpoints as thing I shared the browser window. There are some more going to there than just sharing width of elements. Thoughts that are part of the designs as well content itself in changing. Responsive designs are go to the business widgets with the contents rich, highly interactive page. Thought the more work and implements than the fluidly page. Responsive design ensure the text, media and interactions elements look generators any viewing width, especially when simply shrinking page elements which rise does not guarantee good usability or aesthetics. A deeper look at website breakdown. While Fluid's layouts CSS does not rely on breakdown, website breakpoint are on essential parts of responsive design. For that design reasons, I want to take these sections to dig a little deeper into the website breakpoint. If you are implementing responsive designs, you use predetermined website breakpoints to control when a website content and or designs should change. For example, your website might use an always visible horizontal navigation menu for visitors with a screen resolution greater than 1280px. Put the collapsed hamburger navigations menu for visitors on devices with a screen resolutions under 480px. You can control your website breakpoints by using CSS media queries, which lets you apply different CSS styling based on the characteristic on a visitor's device, such as its screen resolutions. You further have two options, and for setting breakpoints, you choose media queries, min with the control and minimal with the devices, and which these rules will apply. Max with this control, the maximum width of control is this rules will apply. That's your smallest breakdown will small with the breakdowns apply the every single resolutions below that number. Similarly, your largest breakpoints will use mint with every has the breakpoints apply to every single resolution above the number. For the breakpoints between this, to add both min width and max width rules to set the lower and upper boundary of that breakpoints. Most common website breakpoints. Because most devices follow a common setting because the resolutions or some standard screen size that are most often used for responsive breakdowns, you do not automatically have to use its commonly website breakdown of your own site sharing with the standard breakpoint is the never bad place to begin. Here for most common breakpoints for 80px cover. This covers most small smartphones devices. For 768px cover 481 for 768. This cover most tablets and larger smartphone devices. Our post and common screen size discs and revelations of most user devices. However, only discuss the next reasons. I always recommend choose your website breakpoints based on your actual audience whenever possible. Of course, this won't be possible if by setting and the breakdown the brand new website as I won't have any analytics on your audience. Yet in that case, starting with the most common website breakdown, the never had choice. If you are starting a breakdowns existing via website redesign, a highly commonly recommended downloaded and free website redesigns workbook which will take you thoughts everything this you need to know about designing your website. Example of fluid designs. One a great example of fluid design the found here windows in one fluid examples used in the switchable resources. This lacking the designs copings and especially the simpler websites gives with the fluid layout you can ensure that your website looks great and all devices while all offering a consistent experience for every single visitor, which I think is really important now. The people are engaging with website on all different kind of devices. Give it a try and see how you can incorporate fluid design principles in your next project. Editor note: this post was originally published in October 2020 and has been updated for comprehensiveness. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you on next video. Take care. Bye.